roll out.
Del, the storm's getting closer.
Oh. Great.
There we go. Another cog seal. We're in the right place. Through here.
You went off your own.
On your
You don't care about that,
Who could trust you now?
Let's find a way out of here.
Okay.
Del, pods.
Outsiders, cogs, swarm. We're the only ones who haven't been here.
Got something up ahead!
Let's check it out!
Well, this is the place, but the entrance is blocked. Let's find a way around. This way! Ghost! Watch it! Incoming ice!
Okay, now, one thing. Once you're inside, and the things about ready.
Market! We're losing you!
It's the storm! Just keep going! We gotta find new hope! Come on, up here!
Kate, look! The facility! Dead ahead!
Let's get inside! Look out! We gotta stop! Jim's guard must have been corrupted!
Just take it out! Try to flank it! It's dead!
Then get inside! Help me get this open! Come on, Jack, let's go!
Now, do you copy?
Yeah, we're inside now. Main building, I think.
Alright, you're looking for a biogenetics lab. Entrance is a long hallway with a circular door at the end of it.
Roger that. We'll let you know when we find it. Another coxium. They're definitely hiding something.
Well, this building is in rough shape. There might be a way around it.
Del, got a way through here.
You hear that?
We're not alone in here.
Don't worry. It'll be fine. Ish. Probably.
I'll take that. Marcus, found your hallway and your circular door. Looks like somebody blew it up.
Oh, right. That was me, actually. I forgot about that.
So what now?
Okay, look for another way in. The lab's filled with stasis tanks. That's how you'll know you found it.
Stasis tanks. Got it. All right, you heard Marcus. We find another way in. Wait. What is that?
We might have a problem. Yeah, we definitely have a problem.
Warden!
It's down!
What's a goddamn warden doing here?
A warden means the swarm's looking to turn this place into a hive. Oh, shit. Let's just find what we're looking for and get out of here.
Found something. Help me lift it.
Squeak through, buddy. You too. Okay, those are definitely not stasis tanks. But what the hell are they?
Not good, I can tell you that. Reject. Let's take it out. Quietly. There you go.
Nice. Now keep doing that, please.
How many DBs did Jin station here anyway?
Cannon! Spotted! Open fire!
So much for the silent treatment. We got him! get the other side.
I don't know where the damn thing went! It dropped some leeches! Oh, we got it.
You know, I'd really like to find this lab now.
Yeah, let's do that.
Stuck. Del, help me push this open. That didn't feel great.
Jack, give us light.
Hey, kids, how's it going?
Perfect timing, Marcus. Well, no lab or stasis tanks, but we're in some kind of prison cell.
Prison? You're seeing stuff I never did. From what I heard, Niall Sampson, the scientist who ran that place, was using the children of emulsion poison miners for experiments.
He imprisoned and experimented on children?
I warned you about what you learned there. You can ask him yourself.
Wait, what? How is he still alive?
He preserved himself as an AI construct. Find the lab, find Niles.
Hey, Marcus. Did the COG know what this Niles guy was doing?
They shut him down. Eventually. Stuff like this is why I never trusted the cause. Not even when my wife was running it.
Looks like Niles had a favorite test subject. Observation room. They were watching this kid. All of it.
Yeah. Those poor kids.
Marcus, who was this Niles? What exactly was he doing?
Over my pay grade. But it had something to do with the Locust, which means it has something to do with you.
Stasis tanks. Marcus, we found the lab.
Good, but you're gonna want to avoid those tanks.
Why? What's in them?
The early and angry fruits of Niles' labor. They're called sires. Last time I saw them, they were a little moody.
Moody. Great.
Just find Niles. He should be close.
You know, I'm beginning to think Niles wasn't a nice guy. Come on. I think I'm ready to meet this Niles creep.
So, you got any idea what you're gonna ask this guy? You know, about your, connection thing?
I think I might ask about the whole imprisoned children thing first.
Okay, fair enough. And then?
And then, what does all this have to do with me? All right, Marcus. We made it.
Look for a switch to activate his AI construct. Then, put on your tinfoil hats.
Marcus, that didn't work. What?
You listen? Will we listen? Did you listen? Are you listening?
That's Niles, all right. Still batch after all these years.
Jack, get over here and pull whatever files you can.
Oh, hello, naughty fellow.
Hey, is Jack gonna get some weird virus plugged into this thing?
I don't know. Just hose him down when you're done.
Ah, shit. Most of the files are corrupt, but several of them mention something called Kadar. That mean anything to you?
No.
It does to me. I'll have Baird take a look.
What was that? Oh, come on, Jack!
The final cleansing. Has it begun? May I terminate?
No!
Get it! Come on!
As someone once said to me, nighty night.
Filling with gas!
Get out of there!
Time to go! Move, move, move!
enough data off that weirdo.
We'll check back at the skiff. Come on, cross the king! We got incoming!
You sure about this whole rooftop plan?
Just get to the other side! Swarm! Hang on, I'll be right there! Target is down! We got him, we got him!
Then keep moving. Okay, that'll work. Down this way.
Drop the target!
Jack, flash.
Okay, through that building to the skiff! Gas or no gas, we gotta move!
Come on, this way. I take back what I said earlier. New Hope? Not pleasant.
Agreed. I think I've seen enough of this place for today. Or tomorrow. Or ever.
Let's get back to the skiff and see if we have a solid lead.
Hey kids, you out of there?
Yeah. Did Baird get anything out of that data?
Plenty. Right before the last of the scientists left New Hope, someone sent them a message from a lab in Mount Kadar, formerly known as Locust Central.
Okay.
I've done plenty of fighting in that place. This is the first I've heard of any lab.
Well, that's good, right? For us?
If you say so. Problem is, the message's origin point was scrambled.
Okay then. We track the message back to the source. To whatever comm towers it passed through.
Ha! Knew there was a reason we keep you around. Just head out and see if you can find any towers to start the trail back.
Okay, will do.
So, these comm towers, where do we find them?
We'll need higher ground. I say we make our way east. Wait. What the hell is this? Another security gate?
How many goddamn gates are we gonna find out here? Jack, see what you can do.
There it goes! No, the old cog didn't get enough credit for its advances in big gate technology.
Or it got exactly enough credit. Come on, let's get in there and unjam it. Okay. Gonna check up here.
Jake! Snipers up top!
All right, we clear them out. Then we deal with the gate. 10.
Throwing frag!
Okay. Gonna check up here.
Jake! Snipers up top!
All right, we clear them out. Then we deal with the gate.
Take that! I got him! Okay, we got them all. Now let's deal with this gate situation. So, what do you think we're gonna find on the other side of this thing?
Hopefully, the truth. Jack, see if this opens the gate.
There we go. It's opening. All right. Both gates open. So back to the skiff?
Unless you feel like walking to those comm towers.
I'm gonna say no. Hard pass. I'll navigate.
And look at that! We got a comm tower up ahead.
Fingers crossed one of those New Hope messages passed through it.
Hey look, even if they did, we'll need transmission data from 2 towers. One won't be enough to figure out where those messages came from.
Then let's get started.
Man, couldn't Oscar have had a snowmobile? Something with a heater?
Yeah, good luck finding fuel for that all the way out here. A skiff like this is the most convenient option.
Yeah, maybe. Looks like we're gonna have to reach this tower on foot.
There's one thing I keep asking myself. Why did JD change so much? Was it the coma? The guilt?
Jen got to him. Made us seem like the bad guys. And promoted him to captain, which... whatever.
I just never imagined JD was so... cock.
Well, he is Anya Stroud's son, remember?
And Marcus Phoenix's son.
Yeah, can't imagine why that would give anyone issues.
Come on, in we go.
Think we got a clear path to that tower?
Let's find out!
And that wind flare?
If we have to, we go through it, just like the last one. Marcus, we spotted a comm tower on a mountainside. We're on our way to it now.
Roger that. How's the weather?
What do you think?
That bad, huh? Be careful. Control out.
Look out! Come on, this way! Watch it! Incoming ice!
We're totally exposed out here!
Then keep punching! Find shelter! Get back!
I'm beginning to see why no one lives up here anymore!
Yeah, and if we don't keep moving, we're gonna die up here! Del, come on! Cave ahead! It's occupied!
Not for long! Let's clear them out! Go!
Jack! Flash! Jack, stun him! More of them incoming! Del, come on! Cave ahead! It's occupied!
Not for long! Let's clear them out! Look out! You're okay!
Gut!
That's all of them!
Into the cave! Hurry!
I see you! question. What the hell is the swarm doing up here in the mountains?
You heard Marcus. Kadar was Locust HQ. Maybe they're drawn here somehow.
All right, let's look around. Find a way out of here.
Del, up we go. Come on, we gotta be close now.
Hey, what if this tower's a bust?
I came here for answers. I'm not going home until I get some. Down we go. Keep moving! Our thermals won't keep us warm forever! Del! We got a carrier!
You see this storm? It's not a carrier I'm worried about! Wait! I take that back! I'm loving the storm!
High ground on the left! Flank up! Del, help me open this goddamn thing.
Hey, watch. The necklace. That's a locust symbol.
Yeah, I saw.
And if given a choice, us or them,
For that, she choose them.
I get that. Then you know what to do, right?
Right?
Hey, whoa. It's me.
Yeah, I just want to find that damn Kadar lab.
Right. Well, we just gotta access data from the command console. Ready?
Figures. Console's not working.
Huh. There is power in here. Could be a blown fuse or something. Just need to access the circuit panel. Good eye, Jay. Hey, there's some kind of junction box up in the vents.
Jack, get in there and restore the power.
Good job, Jack.
Let's get Jack connected to the console. Get in there, Jack.
Unauthorized access. Security protocol initiated. Error. Security protocol inoperable.
Security systems on the fritz.
Let's just check the transmission data before it locks us out. So, we scanned for a transmission that matches the one we found at New Hope.
Yep, that's it.
Not a match. Nope. Got a signal match. Northwest. It's another tower. So can we use that data to find the lab?
Not yet. We're gonna need that other tower to complete the trace. So what do you think? Should we update Marcus?
I'll hail him from the skiff. Let's just get out of here. Turrets. Weird amount of security for a comm tower, isn't it?
I don't know. You're asking me like I work here.
Think we can get out this way. That's one tower down.
Yep. So time to find the other one.
Sure you don't regret coming along?
What? Are you kidding? I'm doing everything I love. Skiffing, freezing my ass off.
So, I have a question. Boz, has he always been like that?
Always. Gotta be the toughest. Gotta be the fastest. Gotta be the strongest.
But not the smartest?
In that area, in that area alone, Boss has got a realistic view of himself.
Guess we're sliding down. I keep thinking about Niles. Those experiments.
And do you know what the average person would do if they found out the little we already know?
Probably why every first minister's covered it up.
Even Anya. And she was literally the most honest person I've ever known.
So what do we do? Who do we tell?
Maybe no one. What would be the point? The people behind all this are dead.
So do what Anya did. Nothing.
I'll take navigation.
Marcus, we got part of the transmission data, but we need to find another tower.
Good work. But remember, if there is a lab in Mount Qatar, it managed to stay hidden a long time. There's probably a good reason for that.
Understood. We'll be in touch. What if it's really bad?
You do know it's probably not gonna be good.
Yeah, but what if it's like worst case scenario stuff?
Okay. And what does that look like?
Honestly, that Niall Sampson is my grandfather.
Well, I had a worst case scenario. You just topped it. Hey, this is it. Come on, let's get off.
All right, let's get to the tower and grab that data.
Wonder how far that lab's gonna be once we isolate its location.
With our luck, it'll be on the very top of Mount Qatar.
Ah, that's an unfortunate and almost certainly accurate prediction.
Dell, substation. Want to check it out?
Yeah, we should.
Look, by the door. There's a note. Oh no. Some outsider named Lena. It says she had to lock her friend in here after he got potted. She headed to the Eastern Tower to radio for help.
Damn. You think she's still alive?
If she is, we gotta find her. Every time I think it can't get any colder.
I know. After all this, a vacation would be nice.
I would not get your hopes up.
There's our other tower. Looks like it's in relatively good shape, too.
And let's head to it.
Okay, question before we dig any deeper into this. Did Raina ever do anything suspicious? I mean, why does she even have that amulet?
I've been thinking about that. There was a lot she didn't tell me. How she met my dad, why she never knew her own mother. All she'd say about her father was that he was bad. I know she grew up rough, but where she came from, it's a mystery. Obviously, she was hiding something. What? And why?
Well, I hope we can find you some answers.
Yeah, me too. Get behind something. Swarm ahead.
Okay. Got a bunch of swarm. Nice. You thinking what I'm thinking? Time to go loud!
Silence.
Go back there! Watch it! It's dead!
They're done. Way more of these things up here than I was expecting.
At this point, I expect them to be everywhere.
You're probably right. Let's just get to the tower.
Come on, I'll give you a boost.
You killed me. You killed me.
You killed me!
Who could trust you now?
Thrust you down.
Hey, what gives?
Sorry. Got distracted. Look what I found.
Marcus, you know anything about a Condor crash out here?
Matter of fact, wind flares took out a few of them recently. Probably some useful on those things.
Okay, got it. We'll take a look.
Jack, can you get that open?
There was some decent stuff here. Come on, let's head for the comm tower. Huh. Was expecting more DBs in here than this. Maybe it wasn't a full flight. That or they walked off.
We just found that Condor's payload. Clear him out. And we got a Bastion, too. Got the big guy. Target's down.
Dead!
Got another one.
All right, the pond's clear.
Damn! I hate those corrupted guardians.
Del, oh,
Come on, let's get to that tower.
down here.
Another warning.
Got him. Del, you good?
Well, cold. Really know where we are. Generally kind of confused about what we're doing, but, yeah. Good.
Del, reach.
Heads up, they're awake.
All right, they're out of commission.
How many goddamn DBs was that Condor carrying?
One problem at a time. Help me get this open. Well, similar layout to the other tower, at least. This should be it.
Yeah. It's a console. Same as last time.
Get in there, Jack.
Okay, that's not ideal.
We can worry about leaving after we get the data we need. Just gotta find a transmission that matches the other signals we found. There, got another signal match. That's gotta be the lab. So we've got enough to find it.
Gotta run a formal trace, but yeah. You want to tell Marcus or should I?
Let's just get back to the skiff. We can tell him on the move. Jack, pop this lock. What the hell's this? Someone's workshop? Got something here.
A spectral scrambler. Oh, I got an idea for Jack. Check it. Jack's cloak can now make us invisible too.
Invisible, huh?
We might want to try it here.
Jack, look. Del, let's go. All right, that's one problem behind us.
And we got a new token.
Come on then, back to the skiff. Not so fast! Snipers ahead!
If only we could turn ourselves invisible somehow!
Way ahead of you!
Let's take them down!
Okay, we got them all. Let's get down the hill and back to the skiff. All right, you ready to go find that lab?
Yep, as I'll ever be. Look, I gotta ask you something. Once you get yourself answers,
Yeah?
what then? I mean, what happens next?
What are you actually asking?
Look, I know you're not exactly thrilled to be in the cog.
Hey, if you're worried I'm gonna run off or something.
No, I'm not worried you're gonna run off.
Oh, no? Well, maybe you should worry. At least a little bit.
Oh, great.
When we get to the skiff, let's tell Marcus what we're doing.
Okay, but I got another question. If you did leave, where would you go?
Pre or post-swarm outbreak?
Pre.
Someplace with a beach.
And post?
A bunker, 5 miles underground.
Okay. You got room for two?
Aren't you forgetting Jack?
Yeah, but he doesn't take up much space.
What about you? Where would you go?
You know what? I have no idea. But I tell you, it'll be no snow.
Marcus, we got a location. If there was a lab in Mount Kadar, we'll know soon enough.
Okay, but I'll say it again. That mountain was Grub Central. We don't know what's there. Just promise that if you run into something you can't handle, You'll let me know.
Appreciate that, but we're doing all right so far. Delta out.
Hey, our coordinates are coming up.
Wait a second. There's nothing here.
Yeah, I don't get it. Look, the data checks out. We're in the right place. Maybe Jack can, I don't know, use Pulse to ping the signal.
Worth a try. Jack, Pulse.
Whoa. There's something under the ice. Nice work, buddy.
That's gotta be what we're looking for. But how do we get down there?
Not easily. Ice this thick, it's like concrete.
Not sure if this helps, but Baird says there was an old mine in that area.
Old mine? Blasting caps. Explosives.
I'll push the coordinates to Jack.
Thanks, Marcus.
All right, I guess we got a potential solution. Old mine it is.
I'll cover driving.
You know when Marcus said we were heading up north? This isn't exactly what I had in mind. Man, I thought it was cold down by Oscar's village. This is ridiculous.
What about your armor's thermals? They're still working, right?
Yeah, but my armor doesn't cover my face. My goddamn nose hair's frozen.
Thanks for sharing.
There, in the cliff. Another crashed condor. Skip's holding up well. That's the one positive development here.
You know, Oscar used to take me skiff sailing on the salt flats near Halvo Bay.
You guys went that far to sail.
Yeah. And there was no cog left down there. Nothing. Just ruins. I'm really gonna miss him.
I know. Me too. Kate, the mine's in the backwoods over there. Let's go find some explosives.
Okay, the mine's back here somewhere, right? Let's hope it's got something we can use.
Oh, it should. But that really depends on the type of mining they engaged in. If they were doing hydraulic mining, we might find some high-pressure water cutters. But given the environment, I bet it was some kind of subsurface extractive mining operation.
Okay, all right, I got it. We're going down. There's the mine. Marcus, we're here. What do you know about this place?
Let's see. It's an old nether cut mine. Industrial, rare metals, Company got nationalized by the COG right before E-Day.
So no activity since the war?
No COG activity. Can't speak beyond that.
Okay, thanks. We'll be in touch. What's up with all this clear cutting?
For the mine, probably. It's building material. Industrial logging is not really my area.
Whoa, so there is something that's not your area.
Hey, I enjoy knowing things. Is that a crime?
Bridge to the mine is blocked. Derailed train.
I mean, there's gotta be another way across, right?
Let's see. Let's try down here. Okay, looks promising. I take it back! We got swarmed!
Let's take them out!
Careful on that ice! All right, they're done.
Well, it's pretty clear they don't want us in that mine.
Yeah, but we gotta get up there. Let's try that lift. Yeah, this'll work.
Hey, we gonna use
Jack,
that lift or
rip
not?
that door.
Uh-oh. Kate, other side of the river!
I see him. Hold him off. Dead.
Got him!
Gotcha.
Oh, shit! We got a Scion! And it's got a Bastion!
Got you. I got him. Jack, pulse.
They're still coming! Man, they do not want us getting into that mine. Lord, I got you!
Gotcha.
I'll help you out!
Oh yeah. Pulse. Okay, we're clear. And the lift should be good to go.
Nice work, Jack.
Wait a sec. This was an outsider camp. Lena, Norsko, I bet they were from here.
You could be right. But that means...
That means we're about to have a fight on our hands.
If Lena Norsko said it's true, this place got wiped out. Keep your guard up. Yeah, sure looks like they fought them hard in here. Just no bodies.
Yeah. Let's get this open.
You know, I thought we knew where all the outsiders were, but we missed a lot in the roundup. How?
Most outsiders don't want to be found. Especially by the cock.
It's better we find them than the swarm.
Here we go. As expected, but...
I can't believe Lena and Norsko survived this.
Let's just look around and see if we can find any explosives.
Kate, you ever think about what happens?
Do my best not to.
Yeah. But maybe there's some part of them, you know, some spark, that's still human.
There's nothing human left. Just... keep looking around. Give me a hand, please. Down! Snatcher! Let's take it down! Okay, mine's clear. Let's keep searching.
Kate, pretty sure that big drill ran off phosphorus fuel.
Okay, so...
So, when you expose phosphorus to oxygen or water, it ignites. And that could solve our ice problem.
Then let's take what's left. Jack, do the honors.
Oh, let's go melt some ice, shall we?
We're not out of this yet!
Jack, protect that fuel! Bingo! We all go with it!
Excuse me? on, Jack, move it. All right, let's get this to the skiff and call Marcus.
I'm telling you, this is gonna melt that ice.
If you say so. Del, we got more!
We fight our way across that bridge then.
We got a sail!
Sail's down!
That's it.
Yeah. Let's head through that train and get out of here.
Hang on, gonna check this out. Well, coming to this place was certainly a life experience.
Feels like we're racking those up out here.
I keep thinking about those poor people back in that mine. What you said in the tunnel. You're right. We should have found them.
Yeah, but you were right too. You can't help people who don't want to be helped.
Like JD, for instance.
Whew. Yeah, like JD. You think he'll ever be himself again?
I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know. Come on, up here. Skiff's back this way. Jack, you good hauling that phosphorus? Glad to hear it.
See? It's growing on you, isn't it?
Jack's good people.
You just filled his small mechanical heart with joy.
Thanks for being here, by the way. If you weren't with me, this would be... It would be hard.
Wait, are you thanking me or Jack?
Jack? I'm sorry, wasn't that clear?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Marcus, we found phosphorus fuel. Del thinks it'll get us through the ice.
No, Del knows it'll get us through the ice.
Phosphorus. Be careful. Nasty stuff.
Yeah, that's the rumor. Delta out.
You know, that ice isn't going anywhere. We could scout around some more.
I'll take that under advisement.
Oh, man. Now you sound like Marcus.
No, this sounds like Marcus. I'll take that under advisement. See? Subtle difference.
Yeah, very subtle. Kate, one small detail. Once we get through that ice, getting back up might be tricky.
Then I guess we'll have to deal with...
All right, let's get this phosphorus cooking.
You said this stuff...
It's called phosphorus.
Fine, whatever. You said it feeds off oxygen and water.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're about to expose it to a ton of ice, which is...
Oxygen and water.
Yeah.
Huh. It'll be fine.
What are you basing that on?
Thermodynamics. Reaction kinetics.
Somebody want to let me know when this chemistry class is over?
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Come on.
Great. Safety first.
Ha! I told you. All right, no.
It'll be fine, huh?
Fine! This is fine! See? Fine.
Look, that must be the Kadar radio tower.
Means the lab's not far. Come on. Jack, you good? You know you don't have to be honest.
Sooner or later, they'll know who you really are.
You don't belong with us.
You will.
You withhold the truth.
Why do you think that is?
What are you resisting?
We're resisting.
Is it a big chaos?
They can't beat the swarm.
Del, help me.
You're nearly there.
Something.
Stop fighting. Something big will cease. You're one of us.
Mira! Get out of my head!
Hey.
It's nothing.
Well, good, because we found it. Come on.
Ah, shit.
We're not getting in there. Not with those turrets in place. Look out!
Generator here.
Shock trap would fry that thing. Sounds like that did the trick. Shit. We didn't get all of them.
Gotta be another generator somewhere. Found the other one.
All right, that did it. Now you ready to get some answers?
More than ready.
Well, one big difference between this place and New Hope. They weren't worried about getting found. No fake shipping depot, no front.
You're this upset? About a pinprick?
I have sensitive hands.
Proper identification is required for entry. Your entry has been denied. Good day.
What?
Niles? Is that you?
Proper identification is required for entry.
Proper identification.
Hey, you can give it a shot, but it's gonna hurt more than you think.
Entry granted.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
If you would, follow me.
Care to explain that welcome home?
Do you really require an explanation?
I think I like the gibberish spouting Niles more than this cryptic garbage can.
Ah, I see you've met my vastly inferior construct at New Hope.
What the hell? It's freezing in here.
Goodness. Apparently, some of our cryojets are malfunctioning. There must be a fault in our system.
You don't say.
Of course, we cannot proceed until those cryojets are disabled. Would you mind terribly?
Miserable little garbage can, mother.
Cryojets are probably powered like the turrets. Let's find a generator. All right, that did it.
Well then, let's get back to that garbage.
Well done.
Yeah, Jack's good like that.
I've been meaning to reset those cryojets for quite some time.
Niles, really looking forward to you explaining this.
Oh, nothing but the remains of an old industrial accident.
Del, these tanks. Same as the ones at New Hope.
Yeah, I noticed.
Ah, yes. My work there began as an effort to cure children ill with rust lung, but it grew into something far more significant. The COG wanted medicine. I gave them gods. Oh well, water under the bridge. Please, this way.
So after the COG shut you down, why come all the way out here?
Our family needed a place to continue our work in solitude.
No way your family built this alone.
I am quite certain you lack the necessary clearances for that information. This next area is quite fascinating.
What the hell?
The path to every breakthrough is paved with failure. Here are some of our more unstable specimens.
This breakthrough of yours, how did you manage it?
One of the miner's children, as it happens. She was resistant to aging, disease. We raised her as our own. You may find this especially interesting.
What is it?
That is one of our first successful hybrids.
Hybrid? You mean a locust?
One and the same. In our previous facility, we had problems with genetic stability. The sires were distempered and sterile, a problem for obvious reasons. But the Locust were different. Highly controllable, the perfect soldiers, and blessedly able to reproduce.
What made them different?
Their cells. You see, the emulsion miner's children provided a marvelous genetic repository, as did the indigenous creatures of the Hollow.
In all of your genetic research, it's in here?
Of course.
Oh, Hey, Jack, come here! I need you to download everything off this terminal. Oh, man. I don't think I want to know what any of these file names mean.
But when the extent of one very special child's genetic immunity to emulsion became clear, our work began to soar. Please, go ahead. That, of course, is Mira, or as you know her, Queen Mira.
You bred her with the sires?
Nothing so monstrous. Her stem cells, however, were delightfully complementary to sire DNA. But we underestimated so much. Young Mira's strong maternal feelings, for instance.
Let me guess. She led her children to slaughter you all.
No. Well, yes. But I meant her more traditional maternal feelings. For her daughter. Little Raina. Your mother.
What? You're lying.
I am not. Your mother was born here, and taken from us by her spineless father, thus causing young Mira's unfortunate rebellion.
Why are you telling me this?
You have so many gifts you do not yet understand.
Hey, what's going on?
He will kill you if he knows. They all will.
What did you just say? Hey, what are you...
Why did you come here with me? What did JD tell you?
Hey, I am not gonna hurt you.
No? Maybe you should. Or maybe I should.
Hey.
That would indeed sever the link between you and the Locust.
Now, shut up!
I won't let them do to me what they did to my mother.
Your mother? And what did they do to your mother?
In the hive. They changed her. It killed her. I killed her.
But that is the process that allows them to learn, to grow. Without a queen, they remain unguided.
See? I'm a weapon.
No. You're not.
Back in the village, when I was inside that snatcher, I was controlling them.
What?
I think I killed Oscar.
Wait a minute. You think or you did?
I don't know. I don't know. I want it out of my head. I want it to stop.
Okay.
And you're gonna stop it.
And if I do not?
Then we delete you and destroy every bit of your precious research.
Then please, allow me to assist you.
And we're supposed to just trust your good word here?
You are free to trust or not trust whomever you like. But tell me something. Your mother and the Hive. Did she resist?
Of course she did.
So I feared. Young Mira needed no such crude incorporation.
Niles, tell me something. My grandfather, who was he?
One of my best geneticists. He fled with little Raina because he no longer believed in our work.
Did Mira know where he took her?
I told Mira Raina had perished in the escape attempt. I assumed that would end the matter. I greatly miscalculated. But it appears we have another malfunction. Perhaps you could address it?
Right.
He's done it. Your little friend is quite handy.
Hey, watch it, dog. Jack spoke.
Well, you do make a lovely couple. Would you please follow me? Almost there now.
I'm curious. How does it feel to have your life's work turn on you?
I choose to view it differently. The Locust longed for independence. Mira showed them the way. I have always been proud of your grandmother. I still am. This way, please.
What the hell is that thing?
The matriarch was generated from your grandmother's stem cells and sire DNA. She amplified Mira's ability to communicate with the Locust. This device is where Mira first learned to control her power, but we can also use it to sever your link, if you choose.
So how does it work?
By mildly damaging your brain.
What? By mildly damaging her brain?
Her connection to the Locust is based on a genetic algorithm inside her temporal lobe. Altering that requires anesthesia, you could say.
Sounds like a lobotomy.
A lobotomy is highly invasive. This is directed. While I work, the matriarch will guide your mind, undetected, to where it must go.
Okay, all right. No. You are not doing this. I do not trust this can.
Then watch him. But I have to do this. I'm losing control. I won't hurt anyone else, understood?
Understood.
will make this as painless as possible.
Yeah, you better.
She okay?
She is fine. Patience.
Hey, Kate, I'm here. I'm here.
Mom?
Hey, Niles? Niles? Where you going? Niles! Stop! Jack, get over here and shut this down. Get out.
Kate. Kate! Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, but
Okay, come on, we can talk about it later.
no, listen. He used me. My mother, she's alive.
What?
It wasn't really her, except it was. Where is he?
Emergency shutdown in effect.
Come on. He went this way. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! After him!
Get back here, Niles! God damn it!
Surely you see I've done you a kindness. You are no longer vulnerable to the hive mind, and your mother has been awakened. Well, so to speak.
Ah! I'm gonna kill you!
I don't think he can hear us.
I don't give a
Cryogenic lockdown commencing. Please exit the lab immediately.
We gotta stop. Look for a way through. We gotta get through this ice.
I'm gonna make him pay.
You're not gonna do anything but freeze if we don't lift this lockdown.
I think this was Niles.
Just slap his hand on that scanner.
Identification. Director Niall Sampson. Approved. Cryogenic lockdown terminated.
Industrial accident, my ass. He put this whole place in a deep freeze right before he bled to death.
Good riddance. Del? The matriarch is gone.
Oh, I'm sure that's not gonna be a problem. Let's just find Niles. Come on.
Freeing the matriarch was unwise. You will die. Which means you will never look upon the grandeur of your mother. Transfigured.
I'm gonna kill you, Niles! Help me lift this.
Kate, you want to tell me what the hell Niles is talking about?
Later, after we deal with Niles.
Every child needs a playmate. Have fun.
Del?
I see it, I see it! Let's take him down! Coming your way! Stop it!
Throwing frag! Frag out!
Got it!
Frag out! Hook him, Jack!
Watch it! More locusts! Knock it off!
Jack, shock trap!
You see, what you don't realize, what none of you realize, is that my children will never die. They have been designed to withstand generational conflict. They may withdraw, they may hibernate, but they will always return. We have seen to that.
I am really looking forward to shutting that garbage can up! Okay, it looks like we're clear.
Then let's keep moving. Niles can't get away. Maybe there's something Jack can do. Wait a sec. We could send Jack through there.
Kate, more locusts are coming!
Then hold them off!
Hey, Jack! Don't take your time on this! Kate! Jack got the door open!
Good, but we can't leave yet. I'm not letting these things live.
All right, then let's finish them all!
They keep coming! I got him! Let's get after Niles. Time to go. Oh no.
Hey!
Close the door! Close it!
Got it!
finding out. Let's go.
What the hell is that thing?
I got a glimpse inside its head. You don't want to know. Where the hell is Niles?
My goodness. Someone seems to have awakened my sires from their long hibernation. I wonder who that could have been.
Del, get ready.
They're even uglier up close!
My goodness. Someone seems to have awakened my sires from their long hibernation. I wonder who that could have been.
Del, we got company.
Holy sh! They're even uglier up close! Hey! Marvel!
I see him. I got him.
Oh, it's been so long since my sires have run free.
That's all of them.
So then let's keep after Niles. Come on. Hey, Niles, we're still coming.
I really don't think he can hear you.
I really don't care.
Let's get this open. Sure doesn't like the cold.
In the machine. You saw inside that thing's mind.
I don't know whose mind it was. But it was angry.
Lab's clear. Keep going.
My sire's interest in self-preservation was always lacking. But I assure you, there will be no escaping a matriarch.
Del, Niles is leaking something. Looks like he went this way.
Kate, we still gotta catch him. Let's follow his trail. Let's follow his trail. Kate, we still gotta catch him. Let's follow his trail.
Wait, Dal! There he is! Damn it! Jack! Zach! Come on, come on! Right behind you, Niles.
What has been done cannot be undone. This planet is now theirs.
I told you I'd get you.
Look out!
Oh my.
Go! Now or never! Let's kill this thing!
Look! Horse back! Hey! It knows where you are! It doesn't like the cold! Dunk it and freeze its ass!
We came here to make things better, but I made them worse.
And you're sure what you saw was real?
It was real.
Okay, then maybe she'll, I don't know, help us somehow.
She would, if she could. But she's not my mother anymore.
Then who is she?
Their queen.
Come on, time to get out of here. If they really got their queen, and Nas is right about what happens next, we need a new plan.
No, we need the old plan. We need the Hammer of Dawn.
Oh, thank God.
Looks like you need a ride.
How'd you find us?
You think I'm gonna give you a one-of-a-kind piece of tech without the ability to track it to the center of the planet?
Yeah, fine. And speaking of one-of-a-kinds, help me hook up this skip.
You find what you're looking for?
Yeah. And now we need to kill it.
Is she, you know, all right?
Not really. But let me ask you something. How long would it take to get the Hammer of Dawn up and running?
Funny you should ask. The data drive you found months ago about the UIR?
Yeah?
Interesting stuff.
Interesting how?
You'll see. And lucky for us, I have an old UIR contact. Take us home, Sam.
Got it, sweet cheeks.
Welcome to Vasgar, home to the Union of Independent Republic's secret space program.
Never been in UIR territory before?
You still haven't. Vasgar was independent. The UIR had the pleasure of occupying... No, excuse me, liberating this glorious land.
Okay, remember how I told you only pissed-off nomads lived out here now? Meet Garen Paddock, the most pissed-off and nomadic of them all.
This is your old UIR contact?
Two things I dislike, Baird. The COG and children. You've brought me both.
Two things I dislike? Old men and deserts. And yet, here we are.
Ha! I like this one. Follow me.
So, it turns out the UIR space program went way beyond what the COG publicly revealed. Somewhere in this cosmodrome here, there's a rocket loaded with functional Hammer of Dawn satellites. I think we can get the entire system back online and start hitting the swarm where they live.
If the UIR has satellites during the Pendulum Wars, why didn't you use them?
The politicians wanted their armistice. Launching those satellites would have guaranteed another century of war. But still, some in our military tried to launch.
It kinda triggered a small civil war, actually.
So we know this Cosmodrome's layout. Where are the satellites?
Try the rocket hangar. Here.
And the wind flares are too severe to fly over that desert. So that's where your skiff comes in.
Question. How do we know these satellites are still functional? Or if they're even compatible with ours?
Answer. We don't. And that's where you come in.
Unless you're too cowardly. Or stupid. Or weak.
Man, who is that?
A friend, believe it or not. But for now, get to know the layout of that place. There's a good chance most of it's buried in sand. Oh, and come and see me before you go.
Notice the part where no one's sure this will work?
I don't care. We'll make it work. We have to.
Maybe it's time you told me exactly what you saw in that machine.
It's not what I saw. It's what I felt. They have a queen now. They're not gonna stop. Look, I woke her up. So I have to stop her.
Yeah, but this isn't all on you. Come on, let's just go see Baird.
Ah, good, you're here. Grab this module off the table. Jack's about due for an upgrade.
Done. What's it do?
Follow me. So a couple days ago, I sent Paddock a care package. Some DBs and some leeches.
Intriguing. Potentially disastrous, but intriguing.
Thank you. See, the way you described Niles' machine gave me an idea. I call it hijack. Go ahead. Try it out. Show him what you got, Jack.
Whoa. You figured out how to override the hive mind?
No. Jack just floods their brains with voltage. It's crude, doesn't last long, but it works.
So which swarm can we use it against?
Well, our test subject data is limited, obviously, but... you know what? Go nuts out there. See what happens. Oh, one more thing. Stop by and see Paddock before you go. He's out front.
One more thing, Baird. Once we get this hammer up, I need to know if I can rely on you.
Don't worry about that. This time, we're gonna do it right.
You know what happened to Lizzie in the convoy. It wasn't your fault.
Kind of you to say, but I'm the one who pushed the button. I had a bad feeling about it. I didn't want to do it, but I did. So that's on me.
Speaking of, all that, have you seen JD around lately?
Try my best not to, kid.
This Paddock, how do you know him?
We were in a squad together, believe it or not. Also got court-martialed together. We kind of bonded.
So you trust him?
Well, he threatens to never speak to me again every time I see him, but beyond that, yeah, I trust him with my life.
Hey, did you hear that Paddock guy's accent? It's Grozny.
Yeah, and?
And they kind of had a rep back in the day. Torture, war crimes.
Remember where I come from, the COG had the same rep.
Come have a look, children. Until a few weeks ago, we were holding out fine against your so-called swarm. Then, everything changed. They got smarter. Suddenly, they were wearing armor. And they started making these. Take one, if you want.
So you all have been fighting the swarm alone?
Yes, which is why I agreed to let Baird come here. We help you with your rocket launch. You help us take back our land. Speaking of which, our water supply's been cut off. We've been trying to restore it, but your swarms made that difficult, to say the least.
Getting the hammer up's our priority, but... Say we help. What do you need?
Our water tower. You'll pass it on the way out. Haven't heard from my people there in a while. Could be nothing, could be something. Check in if you can.
All right.
And now the big question. Are you children really prepared for this? Because your skiff's ready on the runway, and the desert awaits.
I did some training in the Deadlands back in OCS. Let me know if you want a few desert points.
You know, only one of us grew up in a city, and it wasn't me. I think I can handle it.
Okay.
Runway's through here.
This can't be good.
I don't believe this. I hope you're not here to stop us.
Actually...
Because you can't.
Kate.
Maybe you should try listening for once.
Kate. I'm listening.
Yeah, well, don't bother. I'm done.
Okay. Because I'm here to help. If you'll have me.
I'm sorry, what?
Dad told me about Mount Kadar, what you learned, and... Look, I know you don't trust me. After everything that happened, what I've done, I don't blame you.
So what does Jen think about you being here?
Jen doesn't know.
Really?
And let me guess, he's here to pitch in too?
Yeah. Turns out, Foz isn't so bad.
No, I am actually. You just got used to me.
Who the hell are they?
Friends. They'll be joining us.
Yeah? I don't like them.
Shocker.
You want these two along? Fine. But I deal with you, not them.
You good with that?
Like I said, I'm here to help. Baird.
Come on then. Let's hop in that Raven and find some satellites.
No, Raven. The wind flares out there will kill you.
So what? We walk there?
Hey man, if you want to walk, feel free. But we got other plans.
Oh, it's not that skiff, is it?
Okay man, before we go, I got a bone to pick. A big one.
Sure. Pick away.
You lied to me. And then, after you got hurt, you pushed us away. Like we didn't even know you.
Look, I haven't exactly been myself. I know that.
So who showed up today?
Your friend.
For what it's worth, I tried to convince him to embrace Dark JD. But something about you two brings out the best in him.
I'll take that.
Well, all right. We'll just wait here. All right, I know why we're here. But where are we going?
An old rocket hangar, to the east. And just a heads up, the Nomads could use some help too.
Then let's do it.
Hold up, man. You can't just say, let's do it, and make the last few months disappear.
No, come on.
No, it's okay. Let him get it out.
No, see, that's not fair. You're being unreasonable, and I want to stay mad.
Then stay mad. Not here to prove anything. Just here to help.
As am I. So it appears his decency's rubbing off on me.
Delta, Paddock just let me in on something. It's kind of relevant. When the UIR base commander thought he was going to lose to the rebels, he infected all military computers with some sort of boot sector virus.
Meaning most of the tech we'll find out here has been bricked for decades.
Yeah. Jack should be able to power past any remaining malware and reboot the machines. He just needs access.
All right, Baird. Understood.
That's gotta be the rocket hangar. So let's park this thing and find an old rocket.
Paddock said there's plenty of swarm out here, so stay sharp. They're here.
So, how are we handling this?
They're on us! Take them out!
We're pinned down! We can't deal with those turrets!
Jack, take them!
Well, that was quite the welcoming party. Come on, let's get inside.
Bomber coming from the main building!
Poppers! Keep him back!
Let him have it! Spin those turrets around!
They're here.
So, how we handling this?
They're on us! Take them out!
We're pinned down! We can't deal with those turrets! Dead!
Target is down!
Got another one!
That's it. They're done. Good night.
Paddock, the swarm tried to stop us, but we're heading into the hangar now.
Good. Your rocket should be inside. Let me know when you need translations, because you will. I speak 5 languages.
Okay, got it. Let's get inside. Help me.
So, where do we go? Place looked huge from the outside.
It's gotta have a mission control. Or command center.
Or whatever the UIR called it.
Mission control is accurate enough. And keep going. It's close.
Reckon there's even more bodies beneath all this sand.
Way to keep it light, Files.
Another door. Help me.
This must be the place.
Let's get some light in here.
What's on the other side of that glass? Anyone gonna hit the lights? Can't see Paul.
Well, the lights work at least. And I'd say we found the rocket hangar.
Maybe I need new glasses, but I'm not seeing any rocket.
Paddock, Bear. The hangar's empty.
Well, if the rocket was moved, there's gotta be a record of it. You know what? Hack into an access port. Let's see if Jack can bypass that virus.
Okay, Jack. Let's pull some records.
Okay, Jack's giving me a window into the mainframe. Ooh, that's some nasty malware. Adaptive. Semi-sentient.
Don't worry. Jack's got this. Right, buddy? Ha! No virus can stop Jack.
Data's coming in. Paddock, I assume you can read this?
Yes, but much of it is encrypted. Okay, the rocket's nose cone is close. Check the assembly chamber on the other side of the hangar.
Nose cone? What about the rocket?
The hammer satellites are part of the nose cone. Go deal with that, and we'll keep digging on the rocket's location.
Wilco, Delta out. All right, let's go find those satellites.
Boss, you're Basgari. Did you ever read those files?
Nah, I was born in New Ephyra. My parents wouldn't even speak Basgari with me growing up. Didn't want to see anything different.
Okay, what now?
Well, let's bring that platformy thing this way.
It's called a gantry.
Is it then?
Jack, bring it over.
Finally, something I can try. Come on, you lot. All aboard.
Okay, Foz, take us across.
With pleasure.
One thing, children. I mentioned how the UIR attacked that facility and tried to launch our Hammer of Dawn satellites.
Yeah?
I led that attack.
Did? Why?
To destroy the COG.
Yeah, well, makes sense.
These days, I'm somewhat less interested in destroying the COG.
Good to know, Paddock. Okay, let's go. This way to the satellites. Give me a hand. Well, no satellites here. Let's keep looking.
Paddock, I'm curious. How long did your siege against this place last?
3 days. We attacked the moment Premier Deshinko sat down with your chairman to discuss the armistice. You hit us with the hammer first. We thought it was only fair to hit back.
Okay.
Swarm ahead.
Let's have some trouble, mate. Reboot. We dropped them all. Now, let's get a move on.
Paddock, there. Ran into some swarm, but we're back on track.
Also, Paddock, the COG that hammered you 50 years ago isn't us. We're not them.
Well, if you launch those satellites, you'll be doomed to make the same mistakes.
What is this knob even on about?
Help me with this before Paddock starts talking again.
I heard that.
More of them.
How are we handling this one?
Jack, take them. Okay, they're on to us.
About bloody time!
That's the last one.
So, let's keep looking for those satellites.
There! By the door! More up!
was.
Paddock, you fought to launch the hammer yourself, but now you're saying it's a mistake. What gives?
You launch, you buy us some time, but eventually they'll win. You must know this.
No, I don't. Door's welded shut.
Then that's the door you want.
Jack, rip that door.
Here we go.
All right, let's get set up. They're coming.
Oh, we got poppers! Don't let them get too close! Coming!
God damn, there's a lot of them!
Take that!
Okay, that was certainly a handful.
And another news. Jack got the door open. Good job.
Just realised if my parents hadn't have left Ascot, my dad might have been here fighting off Paddock's men.
You, Lascari, what did your father do?
He was a surgeon.
Then he was lucky. We shot every doctor we captured.
We turned him off.
Gotcha. We found the nose cone. Oh, man, but it's missing satellites.
Wait. I see the others. Either side of the chamber.
Let's get on that gantry. We'll load them up one at a time.
Good idea. I'll drive.
Bring the gantry in closer, Jack. Just like the last one.
Come on, let's do this.
Which platform should we hit first?
Make the call.
Choices, choices. All right, off we go then.
Having a problem, pal?
No, just figuring it out.
So our friend Paddock's got some interesting thoughts on the Hammer of Dawn.
Who's he to judge? He tried to launch it himself.
Okay, let's get that thing loaded onto the nose cone. Let's try this.
There, satellites on the move.
Stay clear of that rail, people.
bollocks is stuck. Maybe it just needs a nudge.
Okay. Maybe it needs more of a shove.
Let's go.
Brace yourselves. This might be a little rough.
Hey, what if Paddock's right about launching these satellites?
Oh, swarm on the other platform! We're sitting ducks down here!
Boss, get us higher!
On it!
Jack, slowly! This is the opposite of higher?
I'm aware of that. Got it! Got it!
Just keep us moving!
Doing my best!
Take that!
Got you!
Scion! And we got a bastard too!
We gotta get off this thing!
Well, there's a higher platform to the left. Hang on. Get us there now!
Got another one!
Bars, you missed it! I know, mate! It's like parallel barking a sailboat! Kate, you and Bill get off. I'll draw their fire from the gantry. Boss, they're clear. Take us away. Here we go.
Okay, Del, let's clear this platform.
You got it!
Jack, pulse.
JD, that all of them?
Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
Then pause. Dock the gantry so we can connect the satellite. Let's get this done.
Oh no! Fuck! Fuck!
They're on us! Take them out!
One fuck down!
We're not out of
Well, that went swimmingly.
No comment.
Look for another switch, just like the other one.
There.
Watch your head. Here comes satellite number 2.
That's it. All satellites secured.
Back onto the gantry. Let's get him to the hangar.
Not to burst any bubbles, but we're not getting anywhere till we open that big round door.
Well, there's a platform up there. Head over to it.
You read my mind. All aboard!
Okay, let's get up there.
Okay, so what if Paddock's right? Launching these satellites is a bad idea.
He's right that the hammer's dangerous. Believe me, get that now.
Not launching these satellites is dangerous. Believe me, a world on fire is better than the world they want. We get this thing back to the hangar. We worry about the rest later. Let's try this.
Guys, our ride's leaving.
God damn it. Opening that door must have triggered some automated sequence.
So we babysit it on foot then.
And I was just getting the hang of driving it.
Are we planning on following the satellites? Seriously, we can't let those satellites get away from them.
Need a hand here. Come on, up these stairs. We can't lose that nose cone. There, let's keep up with it. Watch it, below us. Shots are hostile.
I got you, mate!
Oh yeah! You're done. Come on, let's catch up to the satellites. Way through over here. There it is. Let's keep up. Paddock, Baird, we're escorting the satellites back to the hangar now.
Good. We're still decrypting these old files, but we're making progress.
Head out to your skiff. We'll find your rocket soon enough.
All right, we're on our way. Jack, we need some light. Come on. Once we're back in the hangar, we can work our way outside. Need some help. Okay, Satellites are safe and sound. If we want to get out of here, we should cross to the other side. Guys, below us! Okay, they're down. Let's keep it moving, Delta. Looks like we're all clear.
Kate, just so you know, whether we get the hammer working or not, I'm glad we came.
Yeah, but if we don't get the hammer working, whether you came or not won't matter. Just find a way there.
Over there! Incoming!
Target's down!
Oi! What the hell is that?
It's a carrier! And it's not alone! Back up! Back up!
Spread out! Don't let it box us in!
Just keep firing!
Jack, pulse! Jack, get the doors open. Lift! This way! Everyone get on!
Who knew putting a rocket together would be so difficult?
Let's see. Scientists, rocket scientists, and anyone who's used the expression, it's not rocket science.
What'd you think? We just push a button marked launch?
Oh, I see. Yeah, pick on the handsome one, cut him down to size.
So, we're back across. And for the record, I'm the handsome one, okay?
Paddock, we're almost out of here. Any leads on that rocket?
Yes, it's at a turntable in the east, beyond the Dune Sea. There's a rail bridge blocking the way, but don't worry. My people will raise it for you. So, out in the desert, find train tracks. Then you'll know you're on the right path.
Copy that. All right, let's head for the skiff.
You know, all this time I thought I was the handsome one.
Oh, dear God.
Come on already, stop mucking around.
Kate, we should go.
Right then, shall we skiff back out into the great wide open? Okay, no offense, but I'm a little confused. There's nothing for us to do here, right?
Hey, Paddock. You still there? I got a question for you.
No, I'm on lunch break. Of course I'm still here.
Okay, what exactly stopped you from launching the hammer?
The usual problems faced by 200 dedicated patriots trying to defeat 3,000 cowards.
You know, you could just have agreed to the armistice. And spared a lot of lives.
A Groznian proverb for you. A just war is better than an unjust peace.
So, just exactly how many Groznian proverbs justify war?
Most of them.
All right, let's head out.
Children, one more thing. The bridge controls one network, so the base commander's virus didn't affect them. But the bridge itself hasn't been lifted in decades.
What are you saying? You worried about your people not being able to raise it?
No, they'll handle it. But that bridge, it's old and rusty and... just when you're beneath it, don't linger.
Copy that. All right, you heard him. Let's head for the bridge.
So, this Paddock, how does Baird even know him?
Apparently, Paddock served in the COG for a while.
That guy was COG. When?
Unclear. They didn't seem that eager to talk about it either.
Come on, let's get past the bridge and over to that turntable. Boz, as a Vasgari, are you feeling any, I don't know, connection to this place? Nah. To be honest, I'm glad my parents came to their senses and left. I mean, growing up round here, in the desert, shaking sandwash from your shoes? Nah, I'm good, mate. You know this always wasn't a desert, right? Most of this used to be seashore. Long before I was born, mate. There's the bridge. I hope Paddock's nomads can raise it. There it goes. Well, they haven't dropped it yet. That's good, right?
And we're through. Onto the turntable. Wind flare now? Seriously?
On the bright side, bright side, we get to have those sand formations of me. Not really a bright side, though.
And we're through. Onto the turntable.
Weapons to a certain, desert-dwelling friend of mine. Keep whatever you find.
Solid copy. Check out this condor.
Guys, we're getting close. Those are launch towers. And check it out! There's the rocket! Is that mounted on some kind of train?
Then that's how we'll get it back to the hangar.
Huh. Our rocket train's facing the wrong direction.
which is why it's called a turntable.
Grab the other side and let's get in there. Okay, now, how do we turn this thing?
Started by finding a control.
Hey, boy. There you are.
You know what to do, Delta!
Delta, by the left! Fire on!
Another Scion!
Warden coming in!
You brought an axe to a gunfight, mate!
All right. Turntable's clear.
Come on, let's get that train turned around.
Okay, that'll work.
Need another pair of hands here. Looks like a control room to me.
Now to access the controls.
Jack, get that train pointed toward the hangar.
Beautiful. All that's left now is to get it back to the hangar.
Oh, reckon that train's a step ahead of us.
Come on, we can catch up to it in the skip.